On this episode of the Third and Thirsty podcast, the Chargers take on the Vikings Thursday night. Can the defense finally step up and give Herbert a chance to win? The Raiders are on bye. They're finally not going to lose. And then the Broncos defense, can they step up and beat the Cowboys? I don't know. We'll find out. Cheers. Let's go. Welcome into the Third and Thirsty podcast, your one-pot stop for Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, Kansas City, referee, and Taylor Swift free AFC West banter. I'm Alex Bell, fan of the first place Denver Broncos. To my left, Omar Rubio, fan of the Chargers, second place now, they suck. And then to the right of me, I have Edgar Larios. He's a fan of the Raiders. They suck way worse than the Chargers do. And we're going to preview Week 8. Week 8, damn, we're almost halfway through the season now. Always flies by.
Yep.
Always flies by. So let's get into these games. Obviously, the Raiders are off this week. They finally don't have to worry about losing a game. But the Chargers have a tough game. The Broncos have a tough game. They'll be fun games to watch for both of us. And the Chargers actually have a Thursday night game this week.
Yeah, luckily I get to turn the page real fast from last week's game because that was embarrassing. So
I don't know.
as far as defensively goes,
Yeah, I think the Raiders had a more embarrassing game.
I don't know about that one, but I mean, if you want to,
well, I mean, for a team that actually has standards,
True.
It was embarrassing.
That's true.
you guys have standards.
Definitely have standards.
Damn.
Yes, there's a commitment to excellence up until what 1985.
For you guys,
That's the charge or the Raiders logo, right? Commitment to excellence up until 1985.
it's actually just win, but sure.
Oh, okay. Just win up until 1985.
So they haven't done either since
Yeah,
1985. But let's get to the Chargers game. They go from playing one of the top tier offenses of the league to playing one of the best defenses in the league in the course of 5 days. How are they going to fare? Keys of the game, hot takes.
So yeah, like you said, they went from playing one of the best offenses to one that we have no idea what they're even coming with on offense. We know what their receiving group does, which is probably one of the best, especially with Justin Jefferson out there. But who's going to be throwing him the ball?
It's a big question.
Yeah, we do not know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the Vikings know at this point. Carson Wentz, JJ McCarthy. At the end of the day, you still have to deal with those weapons. You still have to not let them get open, because even as bad as Carson Wentz is, he'll still find an open receiver sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the Bengals situation. You know, when they had Browning in there, it's just like, yeah, just throw it to one of your skill guys. They brought in Flacco to figure that one out. But, yeah, Wentz and McCarthy, who would you rather play? That's a good question.
I think I'd rather play Wentz.
Really?
Yeah. I just think McCarthy is young enough, mobile enough, maybe not with his injury, but don't know. Maybe they held him back a week just to make sure he's fully healthy, but mobile enough. Maybe he has a couple of little tidbits from from Harbaugh and Jesse Minter back in college that he can kind of, lean against or lean upon, that certain tendencies that they have. I think Wentz, at this point in his career, everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows what he does.
There's not a lot of people who know McCarthy better than Harbaugh, though.
Yeah.
And he's been pretty bad outside of just a few quarters this season.
But for the most part, Wentz hasn't been good in a couple years.
I mean,
and everybody's got the film. Everybody's
has he
seen him.
Won a game with the Vikings? I'm not sure. I think, I'm not saying he's Wentz, but I think he might have at least won a game already with them.
I'm sure
that was probably the defense that won the game.
I mean, but it's one of those things where and that's another thing I was gonna, and that's one thing I was gonna say, because I think they've already won with both quarterbacks, so it's definitely gonna come down to your guys' defense, how you guys play either one of those two, because I think they've already won with both of them. I'm not 100% sure though, because I think I remember seeing the week 1 McCarthy was playing, and they were losing, but I think they came back.
Yeah,
And
that was
won.
a big comeback win.
Yeah. And then I think he ended up getting hurt. And Wentz first game he played, I think he did really good, and they won.
They beat the
But
Bengals.
but since then, like okay, it
The
was the
Bengals,
Bengals.
yeah,
And never mind.
exactly.
And they lost to the Steelers, and then they beat the Browns on the
I mean,
5th.
Browns are pretty decent on defense. Like
Dude,
offense, yeah, it's not the best, but defense is pretty solid.
And then they lost to the Eagles here.
But yeah, I think I'd rather play against Wentz just because there's plenty of tape on him. You know what he has. You know what it is. Not great. You know, once he has pressure in his face, he's gonna falter and he's gonna either throw it away, try to throw it away, maybe throw a pick, or take a sack. So I hope our defense doesn't. I don't think it gets right this game because it's been so far off. But I hope there's a step in the right direction. That you guys get the difference, right? Like
Yeah.
it doesn't get right because it's not going to take one. It's not going to be able to take 3 days to get right. It's going to take a lot longer at this point because they're just so far off. I think with their run defense, but I feel like it takes a step in the right direction, and it does give Herbert a chance to win this game because I think that the way that the offense played last week. After they were down, obviously they had to throw the ball a lot. But I think they figured a couple things out. They've made a couple adjustments in the second half of the games this last couple weeks where I feel like they've already taken that step in the right direction, even with all the offensive injuries that they have with the line, with the running backs. And that's not going to get any better anytime soon. Maybe Joe Alt comes back this week. And if he does, then that is going to be the key to the game because that just means that the whole offensive line just kind of shifts over. You let one guy take care of his side, and then everybody else takes care of the other three. It just shifts over, and that gives the offensive line at least this much help because the rest of the offensive line is still in shambles. But I think that if Alt comes back, the offense is going to keep going in the right direction as long as the defense gives them the opportunity to. And I mean, by the opportunity, I mean the opportunity to be a complete offense, not just a one-sided offense, not just a throw the ball offense. You got to be able to at least try to run the ball. Even if you don't do it that great, you have to try to run the ball because you have to have the defense somewhat respected.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my keys of the game. If I had to, are we waiting for the bowl predictions?
No, throw it
Are
in
we
there,
going
man.
in there?
Give me a hot take.
If I had to have a bowl prediction, hot take, like I said, the offense is going in the right direction. Aronde Gadsden really has me hyped right now. I feel like he has another touchdown, and he goes over 100 yards again.
Damn, so he strings back-to-back games with over 100 yards. And
I mean, it's not going to be 100 and close to 170 like he did last week, but I think he goes over 100 with a touchdown again. I think they continue to make him a focal point of this offense because if they do, that just opens everybody else up. That opens up Keenan Allen. That opens up Ladd McConkey. That opens up QJ. That opens up everybody. And then even with him getting this much look, I still think he's good enough to hold his own against really good defense that the Vikings have.
they have a very good defense over there. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like his week last week was kind of like one of those game plan things of they saw something in the game plan they wanted to exploit with their tight end, and they really did a good job of doing it. It's hard to replicate that 2 weeks in a row. But if he did, that would be pretty encouraging for the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know like what where the Vikings defense stands, I'm pretty sure it's pretty up there.
It's,
It is pretty.
But like,
they're up there with
top-notch.
the Broncos for being the best defense in the league.
so I mean, it's definitely gonna be. It's definitely gonna ask it's definitely gonna ask your guys' offense. Like your guys' offense is gonna have to play one of the best games ever, even if you guys come out with all these injuries. The only thing for me is going to be honestly your guys' defense versus whoever is quarterback. I just looked up right now who the running back was, and it was
Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. Sorry, yeah, and he's a really good running back.
You
And,
combined his first and his last name.
yeah.
Jason.
Yeah. I saw.
He should just go with
Jay-
one name, like
Jason.
Seal.
I was like Jason, and I was like, oh wait, never mind. It was Jordan Mason. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, he's another good running back. So that's another running back that you guys are gonna have to like really try to stop. So,
He's no Jonathan Taylor or Jailer.
but he definitely has like, he's definitely has the speed. He definitely has the quickness. You know, when he was with the Niners, he was, he definitely like, took over that running back spot.
He earned his
Christian McCaffrey.
contract with the Vikings
Yeah.
from those couple weeks that he got out there and made his name be known.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, like I said, Chargers definitely have their hands full. I'm not necessarily saying that they don't have they're out of it. But it's definitely gonna come down to your guys' defense.
Which is going up against a team that is not as good, nearly as good as what we faced last week.
No.
Yeah, I mean the Colts are
Yeah.
No,
top tier.
But honestly, that defense can definitely like slow down your guys' offense and give plenty of opportunity for their offense to do whatever they can, which is what I say. Excuse me. Which is why I'm saying that if your guys' defense, for some reason just can't stop the run or breaks down towards like second half, it's gonna be a long game for you guys.
Yeah, this is going to be a big telling game for us. I feel like this is a team that how they currently are constructed with their injuries, with everything they got going. It's a winnable game for the Chargers. And if they don't win this game and they get beat, like put a beat down on them, then this when I start thinking like, man, it's too much. All these injuries are way too much. We cannot sustain what we got going on.
The Chargers have officially chargered if they lose this game and get beat down.
I don't feel like it's chargering. Chargering is
Part of chargering
the one
is
thing-
injuries.
The
though,
one thing I
because
will say is
it's been part of it too.
But one thing I will say that a lot of these injuries are early in the season. So hopefully like towards the end when like you're hoping you're still, having they're kind of like trying to get into the playoffs, like they come back and obviously, but
That's gonna be
honestly that's a lot to ask.
yeah. This still a
Yeah, I
couple
was
weeks
just gonna
out.
say that's gonna be a tough task if you're playing keep up or play from behind with
Yeah.
Broncos and the Chiefs playing really well, and then across the AFC. I mean, the Patriots and the Bills. You'd expect two of those teams to get in.
Well, I mean-
AFC North sucks now that the Ravens are having a tough year. But the Steelers just lost to the Bengals.
Bengals.
The AFC is
AFC is wide open.
Yeah, the AFC is such a toss up, honestly, right
Yeah,
now.
like a year ago,
There's like maybe 2 to 3 top teams, and then it's like 8 other teams that are just like
yeah,
a toss up.
a year ago,
especially at this
a year ago, I
if
thought the
one team played
Bengals, the
another, it would just be a
Ravens.
toss up.
Yeah, a year ago, I thought the Bengals, the Ravens, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Texans, a lot of these AFC teams were just, it was going to be impossible for anybody even to try to sneak in. But now it's like, it's honestly, it's
Not
wide
the
open for
Raiders.
the number
Not the
one.
Raiders. Not the Raiders.
No, of course
It's
not.
like everyone except for the Raiders.
Like I've said, the only thing consistent
And the Jets.
it's been this year is the Jets and the Raiders. That's the only
Yeah,
thing that's been
consistently
consistent this year.
Consistently bad. Yeah.
Outside of week 1, man, Raider fans are like, we just go back to week 1. We had hope.
No, we
Like, we won 2 games.
We can go back a week. We won against the Titans. Hey, you guys struggled. We won. Hey, that's good enough for us.
But one thing I do have hope for as the season goes on is that the rest of the division beats up on itself. You guys,
I don't
Chargers
know.
or
I mean,
Chiefs.
the Raiders are
But the
definitely going
Chiefs-
Hang your
to.
hat on.
Well, I'll tell you this
With
much.
the Chiefs, at least the Chargers already have a win on
I'll tell you this
everybody
much.
else.
Right.
We can only have one more loss versus everybody else.
I'll tell you this
know
much.
what
The
I'm saying?
only team that's going to be doing that is the Raiders. The Chiefs, yes, they beat the Raiders, but honestly, they have a confidence after beating the Lions, running over the Raiders. Like,
Well, that's what I'm
they
saying.
definitely
That's
I would say that you guys definitely have the. I mean,
a leg
probably
up
not,
in,
probably
in
not the.
the in the division. A leg up in the division.
Well, you
just
definitely.
because
Well, I
of
mean,
those
definitely you
wins.
got the leg up, but right now as the teams stand, I would say the Broncos have a better chance of beating them just because of your guys' injuries. But if you guys are healthy, I definitely say that both of your teams can literally go 1-1 with the Chiefs. But I mean, if your injuries keep going, and if the Broncos offense keep going the way it is,
Yeah.
the Chiefs are going to end up being the first, just like they've been the last 20, 18 years or whatever.
I
It's
want to
been.
see the freaking Chiefs win the division again. I'll be so freaking pissed now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the one thing I have going. The Chargers have going for them is that they've already beat at least all of their division rivals once.
Yeah,
and then you guys still have to play each other twice. So you guys are just going to beat each other.
True.
You guys are going to take losses while the Chargers are.
Yeah, we always talk
hopefully
about
going to have a win.
divisional games being tough, but now at this point with the Raiders being as bad as they are,
Yeah.
I don't know how tight they're going to be for the Chiefs again, and then the Broncos play them twice.
I don't know. What if Pete Carroll runs through that whiteboard again? He might hype them up for like a quarter.
Hey, if I can win my money against Alex, I'm okay with the season.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. You've got to be losing the confidence in that.
That's fine with me. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm still giving your money back, so it's okay with me.
All right.
I got a couple seasons on telling me like, fuck, now this is money's coming out of my pocket. So at least I got a couple more seasons.
True. Anything else to add on the Chargers?
No, just luckily that it's a quick turnaround and I get to forget last week's game.
Maybe. I mean, if they lose again,
No,
I'll still
forget about that week and
then you'll
on this week's game and
then you get a week and a half of harping on this game before they have to go and play. Well, they play the Titans coming up.
after that they get the mini bye and then the Titans.
Right game.
So you should definitely feel good about the Titans game. But I mean, if they lose Thursday, then I mean, you got a week and a half of just sitting on that loss too, which I hope you do.
It'll be tough. Stop putting the bad juju out there in the
I'm putting it all out there. I hope the Chargers lose. Simple.
Scared of them.
No, I don't think I'm scared about the Chargers anymore. Let's get into the Broncos game. Before we do, thank anyone that's watching on YouTube. Hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you're watching. We do this twice a week now. We do reactions to the week before, and then we do a preview for the week coming up. So subscribe to the channel and follow us on Instagram. We're Third and Thirsty Podcast. And then if you can't watch us on YouTube, you can find us on Spotify and Apple. So
please subscribe to the channel. My wife's saying that like I can't come if we don't get like 100 subscribers soon. So please subscribe. I want to keep coming out here and drinking. This is the only reason that my wife lets me come out is because we're out here recording a show. I'm out here just having some beers with the boys. So please subscribe, guys. Please
get us to 100.
Please keep Omar around.
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to work for just a 2-man pod. So subscribe or else we're going to have to shut down the channel.
I mean, I'm down to just keep talking shit about the Chargers.
We can just talk shit about Omar for being a bitch. Not being able to.
It's my wife. You fight against your wife.
All right. Let's get to the Broncos game. Raiders obviously have a bye, so not much to talk about there. Broncos have a tough game coming up against the Cowboys. You got one of the worst defenses in the league with the Cowboys, but you also have one of the best offenses. It's going to be a tough task slowing down this offense. They've got 2 really capable wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb came back this week, right?
CD Lamb did come back this week. He got me so many points on my fantasy team.
Oh, well, shout out to that. I mean, they'll be at full strength, obviously. And then it's really going to be a big key is can the Broncos get their offense started before halfway through the fourth quarter? would be a huge mountain to climb, and going to be absolutely necessary against a team like the Cowboys, because they're probably going to score more than 19 points through the three quarters than the Giants did, and they're much more capable than the Giants as well to really get things going on offense. But the good news is that the defense sucks. You know, they're giving up a ton of points. I'm going to sneeze. Okay. They gave up 24, 37, 31, 40, 22, 27, and 22. Some of those were not great offenses, including the Jets. They gave up 22 points too. So they're definitely an offense or a defense that you can score against. And I'd really like to see the Broncos offense get off to a hot start. I think that's going to be a big key to the game, is actually getting off to a hot start, trying to get a decent lead to get the game going. That way the defense can kind of control the game.
What do you attribute these slow starts to? Do you think it's more of a bow? Do you think it's the play calling? Do you think it's the receivers? Do you think it's the bow and the receivers not being on the same page?
I think it's a different thing week to week. I mean, this last week against the Giants, I was there in person, and they looked slow just to get started. Yeah, that definitely felt like something of the Giants just being well rested and coming off a mini bye, and the Broncos having to fly back from London. So I definitely contribute that of just having to get themselves ready to play that game is tough in itself. The week against the Eagles, they got off to a slow start as well. I don't know what that was about. I really don't. I don't know if they were just already looking forward to the London trip against the Jets. It's just all over the place with the Broncos. You never know what's going to happen from week to week.
So there's nothing you can really pinpoint it to?
No, this last week, the one that's freshest is definitely just execution. A lot of the screenplays, the wide receivers weren't clicking. The offensive line wasn't blocking as well as they usually do for Bo. He had people in his face all day, especially this first 3.5 quarters. So,
well, that's that offensive lineman, the guard that went out.
He actually held up pretty well. It was more so like the center, Wattenberg. He's been struggling a little bit this year. He had a pretty good year last year, but he hasn't been great. And Bowles actually missed a couple of blocks as well, which is unusual for him. And I expect him to play much better because he's been having a really good year.
Yeah, that's a tough defensive line with the Giants there.
All right. And the Cowboys, the Cowboys used to have this really good pass rusher.
Micah Parsons.
Okay, yeah, he's the betting favorite for Defensive Player of the Year now. You see that?
Yeah, I did see that. It might have been good to
keep him around, especially now that you're sniffing around the Raiders for Max Crosby.
Yeah,
maybe just keep the guy that was already there. Maybe pay him a few years ago, so you could have kept him for a little bit cheaper.
I know.
So yeah,
shout out Junior.
Yeah, the Cowboys have a lot of issues there, but they're playing really well in offense, which is kind of shocking. I've always been a Dak Prescott guy. I always felt like he was a pretty good player, but I didn't expect them to be playing this well in offense this season, even with Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. I don't know. Javonte Williams is playing out of his mind as well.
That's what I was going to say.
I love to see it as a Bronco fan. I don't want him to see it again this week. I hope he takes a step back, and I think he will. The Broncos have been pretty good against the run, minus Jailer.
Yeah, they've always
Jonathan Taylor.
Jailer. The Cowboys, Dak Prescott has always been best with a running game. A semblance of a running game.
That's true. I mean, when Zeke was at his peak, he was pretty damn good.
Last couple of years, well, who do they have? Not much.
Dowdle.
Nothing.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
That was balling with the Panthers.
Yes, no.
They get now
when he plays the Cowboys.
No, when he played with the Cowboys, he got over.
No, when he played against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he played against.
But no, I just think that Dak was always better with a running game.
I mean, you can say that for a lot of quarterbacks.
Yes. Yes. And then now they have a good running game. They have a good set of receivers. But at the expense of the defense.
Defense is really bad.
Yeah, they gave up. Not that they gave up, but they invested into the offense and kind of said, "Let the defense be what it is."
Yeah, and the Cowboys' offense has been really good this year, but their red zone efficiency is kind of middle of the pack. The Broncos do have the best red zone defense in the league, so one of the keys of the game. I have a couple. One of the keys of the game is going to be the red zone. If the Broncos could be kind of a bend don't break defense and just maybe have them kick a couple field goals there when they get into the red zone and don't give up the huge plays to score, that really gives them a good chance to stay in it. One of the other keys that I kind of already touched on, the offense needs to get rolling. They need to control the game by keeping the Cowboys offense off the field. Need to stick with the run and actually execute, which they've been capable of doing for the majority of this season. And then the biggest matchup of the game is kind of low-hanging fruit, but it's super obvious, and it's going to determine the game. It's going to be Riley Moss versus George Pickens. PS2 is going to lock down Lamb. I don't have any doubts about that.
I thought it was going to be CD versus PS2, honestly.
It's at this point with PS2's career, it was just like, I don't even have to worry about his side. Even if Lamb gets a couple catches here and there, I have no doubt that he's going to be able to lock him down.
Is he going to be shadowing him, or is he just going to
Well, that's going to be interesting to see what Vance Joseph does. If he does have him shadow Lamb, then Lamb's not going to do shit this game. If you have Lamb on your fantasy team, sit him.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that he's not. I feel like Vance has enough confidence where he's not going to have to shadow him, where I think Lamb will catch some passes, but I think this is where they're really going to find out how Lamb is.
If PS2 is not on Lamb, I think Lamb will have a good game.
I feel like he's not going to be on him all the entire game.
Yeah.
That's why I think he might want to just keep him there. But if that's the case, then Riley Moss is going to be on Pickens. As Pickens having a pretty damn solid year. So, but Riley Moss is too. Broncos country always comes after Riley Moss. He has the toughest job in the NFL. You're playing opposite Patrick Surtain. You're going to get a lot of attention. He's played really well outside of maybe just a couple of plays here and there, but nobody's perfect. I have a lot of faith in Riley Moss. Shout out White Corners. He he's having a great season. It's going to be a really tough matchup against George Pickens. Pickens is a big dude. He can kind of bully, and it's going to just be tough to see if Riley Moss is able to shut him down. Obviously, you're going to have PS2 shutting down anybody who's going against, including CeeDee Lamb. Then the Broncos have a good chance of winning this game.
So your preference, PS2 shadows the best receiver on the opposing team, or he sticks to his side?
It depends on the team. I mean, against a team like the Cowboys where you have two really capable wide receivers in Lamb and Pickens, I wouldn't mind seeing him not shadow Lamb all game. But when you have trying to think of a team that has a very solid wide receiver one, but maybe not the greatest wide receiver two. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head.
Justin Jefferson, I guess. I don't know about Addison.
Addison's pretty solid. Like the Bengals obviously have Higgins and Chase. And then the Chargers have McConkey and Allen.
McConkey, Allen,
yeah,
Quint Johnston. They're off. I'm not.
Maybe
I'm not scared about their
Raiders. I mean, Jacoby Myers, and then
that's what I was gonna say. The Raiders would probably be the
like going against the Raiders.
What about
shadow Jacoby Myers?
Then you have
what about Brock?
Then you have,
but that's a totally different.
But you still have to. But you can't. I mean,
it's a totally different position. You can have a linebacker or
you can't really have a linebacker on Bowers.
He has followed Bowers for a little bit during the last season. When Bowers was going off,
so that's what I'm saying. Would you rather?
Again, it depends on the game.
This
game, I wouldn't mind if he's
on CD.
No, I wouldn't mind if he's traveling
sticking to his
Pickens
side.
and
just sticking to his side
and Lamb. Yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't mind it because both of the guys are super capable. So throwing some different looks and changing things up wouldn't really bother me.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, but it kind of sucks that Greenlaw got suspended for this game because the one thing that I remember a lot is that Dallas, when they would play against the Niners, Dak always had trouble with Fred Warner and Greenlaw.
Right. Well, that's pretty solid linebacker crew right there.
Yeah, and like not just because like and it was always like it was actually really like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those games that was really fun to see because I admit it, and I've always said it, and like even though I don't say it a lot, Dak is a good quarterback. So it was Dak versus Fred Warner, good linebacker was versus a good quarterback. So it was really like, it was a good matchup and everything. But Greenlaw was also in there the entire time, harassing Dak or even covering the tight end Ferguson, or I forgot who was a tight end at that time. I wasn't Winton. But dude, like those not it's kind of sucks that Greenlaw's not playing, but I felt like if Greenlaw would be playing, it would be like the same thing when Dallas would play the Niners almost, kind of like two good players, kind of just trying to beat each other, trying to like one up each other, but neither one of them like flinching and shit like that.
Yeah, missing Greenlaw for this game especially sucks. I mean, you're going against one of the best offenses in the league. Having him there would be huge. Trying to spin it. I mean, Stranad's having a really good season. Singleton's been playing pretty well as well. And then, you're getting an extra week of rest for Greenlaw, who's been dealing with that injury. So, I mean, it may not be the end of the world. It would have been nice if they could have pushed that back for that suspension to be against like the Texans, who don't have quite the offense. Shout out to the NFL. Shout out to Brad Allen.
Well, I heard that he's fighting. Have you heard anything about that?
It got upheld.
Oh,
so it's already set in stone. He's going to be missing this game. Shout out to the NFL for making sure that happened. Brad Allen, you are a bitch. And
yeah,
dude, tell me about it.
Oh.
Every time the Chargers have a big game against the Chiefs, who's out?
I remember last year.
James.
Yeah, I remember last year.
Every time
Derwin James got suspended.
He gets a big call against him, which was like on anybody else, it would have been nothing. Just maybe even a flag. Not even a flag sometimes.
Yeah.
But you were talking about who were you saying that was going to have a bad game?
What do you mean? Right now?
Yeah.
I was talking about like Dre Greenlaw and like, if like.
So does that mean that you're a Dak Prescott fan now? It seemed like you were heading that way, that you would be happy with Dak Prescott being on the Raiders. Are you saying that you're going to? Are you going to try to trade Geno for Prescott now?
No, I'm not.
The only reason I bring it up is because you said it earlier in the season that you would not trade for him.
I wouldn't trade for I wouldn't trade for fucking Dak. I wouldn't trade for Herbert. None of that shit. Because clearly, why? It's obvious. We are not a quarterback away. We are not a quarterback away. I've been saying that since last year. We are not a quarterback away. And that's the reason why I'm not getting Dak Prescott. That's the reason why I'm not getting Herbert. That's the reason why I'm not going to waste my draft picks on a fucking quarterback that I know is going to struggle with what we have right now. Why does everybody keep telling me otherwise? Like, please.
Because you keep bringing
No, it's not even keep bringing it up. Everywhere I freaking say that, like, I don't want to take Dak. I'm not going to pay Dak $60 million when I know this team needs that $60 million around that whole team, anywhere else.
He'll pay AOC $5
million.
But
this was he would pay like this. I didn't choose to pay Geno. They fucking choose to pay Geno. I didn't agree with it. Sure, I was excited because I didn't think our offensive line wasn't that way.
This whole time.
Wait, what?
You were happy with AOC this whole time.
At least he's fucking cheap.
Yeah, that's fair.
At least he's a fourth round. He's a fourth round pick. Like, of course he was he wasn't gonna be good, but at least he's cheap and But
he's completely losing his.
You guys are hijacking this conversation, man. You guys tend to do that a lot when we focus.
So I was trying to he got me out of trouble.
You gotta defend your boy. I get it.
But at the end of the day, in the end of the day, back to this game, I honestly think, even with Greenlaw out, I honestly think your guys' defense has enough to honestly go up against this offense. At first, I was kind of iffy with that run defense, but you said that your run defense has been getting more better, and I think that's what helps. I think that's what helps Dallas. Javonte Williams running that ball.
I know it's crazy that Javonte's having such a
You
good
know,
year.
it's so
He's
like
looking so good,
I
which
feel
is
like
awesome. I
so.
love Javonte.
So if you guys control that, you guys got this game.
Might be a Javonte
Revenge game.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I feel pretty confident that the Broncos defense is going to be able to shut down Javonte, and that's going to be my hot take. Kind of
Like if you, I mean, looking from the outside, it honestly looks like you guys can definitely win this game. But you know,
the Broncos are favored. I mean, technically they should win this game. And my hot take is that they're going to be able to control the Cowboys' offense and not let them go off. They'll keep them under 20 points, which they have been held under just once this year. Let's go back and look. They lost to Chicago 31-14. They lost to Chicago. That's crazy. This is kind of another weird team that kind of plays down to their competition. I mean, they almost got beat by the Giants week 2 with Russ. They lost to Chicago. They've lost to Carolina. So
But that game against New York, that was a shootout.
it was 40-37.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
If
that
you put out the numbers of the offensive like output, then these guys against a team like the Giants, that's a good team. That's a good defense.
That's a good defense.
Yeah,
Right.
not a good team, but a good defense. You're right.
Especially wasn't a good team with Russ at the helm.
No.
But they gave up 40 points to Russ.
But
And
exactly,
cooked.
Russ still freaking cooked them.
Yeah, which, by the way, he snapped back at Sean Payton today. Did you guys see that?
Saw that.
I did see
He's
that.
so mad about getting his office taken away.
What a freaking dork, man. And for him to put less right at the end of that tweet, it's like,
But
no self-awareness. What a douche.
but Peyton also took a shot at him.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, both ways, rightfully so. They both have
All of Bronco Country wanted to see Russ play in that game. One, because we had a better chance of winning, which, we won anyways. But also, we just wanted to see Russ get the shit beat out of him. So it's unfortunate that didn't happen.
I mean, I will say that you guys did win because the Giants did not know how to like hold that
run
lead.
the ball,
Close the game.
Run the
Close
dang
close the
ball.
game. Yeah, basically, they pulled the Chargers in the playoffs. Basically,
Okay.
No, it's not that the Chargers couldn't run the ball. The Giants decided not to run the ball.
Oh, that's the
That
difference.
was the difference.
Okay. Let's get into predictions for this week. We got a couple of games to go over. Obviously, the Broncos and the
2
Chargers.
games.
But then we'll touch on the Chiefs as well, who
We
play
hope they
Monday
lose.
night. Another primetime game, which so tired. I'm so tired of the Chiefs.
You and everybody else, dude.
Okay. Chargers, Thursday night. Vikings. You haven't picked against your Chargers all season. Are you ever going to get to that point where you might just realize that they might lose a game?
No, last
they're
week I
fourth-
was very hesitant to pick the Chargers.
Uh-huh.
You guys all witnessed it. You all saw it. I said the Chargers are gonna win. This week, I feel like is more of a evenly matched game with the Vikings offense being bad, Charger defense being bad, Chargers offense being not good, but heading in the right direction. Especially after figuring things out a little bit with all the injuries they've been having, and I think it's going to be a really tight game. I'm still going to take the Chargers, just because I don't know who's going to play quarterback for the Vikings. I don't think anybody's going to have more than like 24 points. I'm thinking more of like a 21-17 game Chargers.
Okay.
It's going to be really close, and I'm not very confident in saying this, but it's 24-17 Chargers.
Obviously, you're more confident than we are. I mean, both Edgar and I have picked against our teams at some point during the season. You have now made it to week 8 without picking against your team.
Because
Take off those sunny glasses, man. You could take them off now. We've seen that the Chargers are not that good.
This week is a lot more of a. I have a little more confidence this week just because of the team that we're playing, with them having a bigger question mark than we have throughout our whole team. Having a question mark at your quarterback position is the biggest glaring hole you can have.
Yeah,
Throughout your whole
I don't disagree
roster.
with it, but I still think they're a pretty confident team, whether they have Wentz or McCarthy because of the players they have around them on that offense. And then the defense is what they really hang their hats on.
Yeah.
And, the Chargers offense have been okay with the injuries, but they still have the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be, they might see Alt back on the field this week, but even if they do, I mean, you still have those other injuries on the offensive line. Hampton.
Yes.
Did any of your receivers get hurt this week?
Nope.
Okay, so
is Quentin Johnson playing this week?
Yeah, he played last week.
Right.
Played this week. Wasn't
I
a
think
focal point, but that's why I think that the offense can at least score or can get up to 21 points because of the offensive firepower they have apart from their players that are hurt. Their running game isn't going to be there. The running game wasn't there last week. Herbert still ended up putting up 420 yards. Yes, it might have been in all trying to be catch up time, but one key came out of that was which is Aronde Gadsden. I think Aronde Gadsden opens up the field for everybody else.
it's 1 week. I don't know if we're at that point yet.
But hey, everybody's going to see that week. Everybody's going to key in on him. Even if he doesn't have the greatest game, it opens up the field for everybody else.
Yeah, I think for my parlay pick this week, I might just fade Gaston because I think he had a great week this week, but he's going to come back to earth. This is a really good defense that they're playing, and I'm going to pick the Vikings because of that defense, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, just like you have it. But I think it's going to be something like Chargers 13, Vikings 21. I think they'll be able to put something together, whoever the quarterback is, because the defense for the Chargers just hasn't been up to snuff. So I got the Vikings.
Honestly, I would definitely say that getting Alt back is definitely going to help you guys.
If he comes back.
If he comes back,
He still hasn't had a full practice.
I wouldn't rush him back. You got the Lions.
Honestly, I wouldn't. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't rush him. But honestly, like I'm with Alex. This defense is just pretty strong for you guys' offense, especially because you guys have so many injuries on your offense. Even with Wentz struggling or being Wentz who he is, your guys' defense, I feel like they're going to be using more of what did I call him again? Jason?
Yeah.
Jordan Mason.
Yeah, Jordan Mason.
So I feel like I'm going to be using him a lot more, especially because the last 2 weeks you guys have, Jailer, just kidding. Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta stop. All right, Jonathan Taylor, he is who he is, but the last 2 times you guys did have a current running back really just carving your guys' defense. So I feel like Jason, he's gonna have. I know, I know he's gonna have a freaking good game. So I want to go ahead and go 21-17.
Who?
Vikings.
Yeah.
It's all pretty close.
It's
all
definitely going to be close, because obviously, like you said, they're pretty even. I wouldn't say evenly matched, but what they're missing kind of evens out with what you guys are missing. So it could either go either way.
Yeah,
but
they're both weak on each other's opposite strong ends. So at that point, it's a toss up. That's why I say we're both really, I think, within 3, right, or 4. You had them within 4.
Yeah.
So it's still 1-score game. It could go either way.
It'll be a 1-score game.
It could go either way.
I feel confident about that.
And
I have to correct myself. The Chargers, I was looking at the Vikings schedule. They don't play the Lions next. They have a bye and then they take the Titans. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
still, I wouldn't rush all back is what I was saying. But go ahead.
I mean, if they do have the time to play them this week and then give them time to rest after that again, they might
rest.
They might.
You don't want to rush your back,
especially as bad as the offensive line's been playing.
To be honest with you,
want to try to keep Herbert somewhat healthy.
True, but I think because even if you guys do lose this game, and that's if, you guys are still not far behind to the point where if he comes back next week, you guys can just continue from there. But if you guys rush him back, there's a good chance he can get hurt again, or maybe even if he's back, nothing changes.
No.
If he's back, it's going to change. It's going to help the offense. No
It'll
matter
definitely
what.
be a big.
Yeah,
big
he's probably when healthy at his best, he's probably a top 10
Yeah,
tackle
but
in the
what if
league.
what if they rush him and he's not healthy and like he ends up, getting hurt again and it makes it worse. So that's why like it's better what he says to have him sit another week where yes, if you guys lose, you guys are one game behind or 2 games behind.
Right now we're one.
Yeah, see, so like I mean,
And
this game is very
in the
winnable
division.
without him.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. You're very true. It's very true that you said that it's very winnable without him because it is. As the Chargers are constructed, they should be able to win this game without one player.
Yeah.
But will they do it? It's been a toss up
Yeah.
for the past couple weeks.
Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely going to be coming down to like at least 3 to 7 points.
Yeah, I gave my prediction, but I'm not very confident in it, honestly, because the Chargers, their defense has not been very good. Their offense is heading in the right direction, but that can get knocked off quick.
Yeah, no, well, we'll see. I mean, just a couple of days now. Let's move on. We're running short on time already. Broncos, Cowboys. Going to be a tough matchup. It's going to be in Denver. Like I said, I mean, you got a top offense going against a top defense. I feel like the Broncos are going to be able to slow their offense down. Key really is going to be the Broncos offense getting off to a hotter start. You can't keep, waiting until the third quarter to turn things on.
Yeah.
They need to execute, control the time of possession, and if they're able to do that, I think they could certainly beat the Cowboys. They are favored. Like I said, I feel like they'll keep them under 20 points. So let's go Broncos win 17-24. Broncos don't go crazy on offense, but are able to go into halftime with more than 6 points or whatever they've been doing the last couple of weeks, and are able to hold them off at the end of the game and go to 6-2. What do you guys think? You guys pick it against the Broncos again? You guys want to make that mistake?
I honestly, I mean, to be honest with you, I hate the Cowboys just as more right now. So I will be going for the Broncos.
That's wild.
Just because of the hate
Yeah.
for the Cowboys.
But
Going for the division rival
yeah,
over the non-conference team.
because fuck the Cowboys. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, overall, like I just feel like your guys' defense is allows. It's more. I feel like your guys' team all around should be able to like beat this team. Now, I'm not gonna, nobody can sleep on the Cowboys offense, so I can definitely see them scoring a couple of points. But to be honest with you, as long as your guys' defense, doesn't choke or for some reason just gives up, I can see this game going to 24-17 as well. Or I'm gonna go 30-18.
Dang.
30-18?
Yeah, Broncos.
Oh, damn.
I love that. You have a lot more. Again, you have way more confidence in the Broncos offense than I do, but I love it.
have a way different outlook than you guys have. Well, half of what Edgar has, and then way different than what you have. I see this as a high scoring game. I don't think the defenses are gonna. I think the defenses are gonna be left behind. The offenses are just gonna on both sides. The Broncos are going to keep their momentum going from last week. And then the Cowboys are as well going to keep their momentum going as they have going the whole year. I honestly think it's going to be like a 35-31. Actually, 31-28 Broncos, just because the Broncos have a better defense.
Wow.
I just don't think that. I think both of these offenses are going to keep rolling. I hate to say it that the Broncos offense has figured something out in the last 8 minutes of a game, but it seemed like they have.
Yeah, I mean, you dropped 33 points.
That's what I'm saying. It seems like they have.
I mean, for me, The only reason I'm like kind of like iffy about all that is because when the Dallas did play against against the Bears, they only got they scored like 14 points, and the Bears do have a decent front seven and a decent cornerbacks, but so that's what I'm saying. Like against a good defense, like that can get pressure on the quarterback, can do
You
all
can
that.
scheme up against some pressure.
I'm sure, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm sure you can scheme up on like all that, but I don't know. Just something tells me that this Dallas offense is like, you know, I feel like this Dallas team is just all offense. When it comes out to defense,
That's
they're
pretty much
definitely
it.
struggling. Yeah.
Well, that's why I gave the high score of a 30,
Yeah, I definitely
28.
see I'll definitely see a high score. Like you're not wrong for that at all. But for me, the only reason I go back to is just like I said, when they played the Bears, it was just a very Dallas was a very low scoring game, and I see Denver kind of doing the same thing. Now I can be 100% wrong. They can literally just go 30 points, but it's
Yeah.
definitely going to be a really good game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be offensive game all the way around. Whoever can come up with like 2 big stops, that's who's going to win.
It's definitely It's whichever defense could definitely make the turnovers or anything like that. It's definitely going to be the winner.
Broncos definitely will need a couple of turnovers. That will certainly be helpful. So let's get to the Chiefs game.
They lose.
Chiefs lose.
No.
They got the Commanders Monday night. Commanders, I don't know, they're not looking
They're not
great, and the Chiefs are looking a lot better. So
Yeah, as the Commanders are dealing with injuries, KC is getting back all their players.
yeah, and Kansas City is just starting to roll.
Was this in KC or in Washington?
I think it's in Kansas City. Let's go back and look.
harder. That's harder for Washington to.
Let's go back and look here.
Yeah, it's hard for Washington to be able
In
to
Kansas City.
come up on top if they're playing in Kansas City.
No, the Chiefs are going to win this game. I hate to say it, but the Chiefs are playing really well. Washington is off to a pretty rough start. They're 3-4. They're just really not playing as well as they expected to be. And Jaden Daniels isn't a top 5 quarterback like everyone anointed him going into the season. So Chiefs win. Unfortunately, I don't know score.
I mean, the thing is that a lot of people need to remember that last year a lot of the Commanders got lucky a lot.
They did have a couple of weird fluky games.
Yeah, they got a lot of things going their way. So I mean, it's not going to happen every year, especially
and it's
not
fourth
a
place
year.
team playing against fourth place teams from the year before. So
no, they came in second.
The year before?
No, the year before that.
I'm saying last year, yes, they came in second, but the year before that,
they were playing on the fourth
year.
They were playing on the fourth.
Yeah,
place.
they were the fourth place team,
yes,
so
you're right.
It's a little bit skewed.
Yes.
So what do you guys got?
I'm going to go ahead and pick the Kansas City. It's going to go ahead and be 28 to 14. Just because I don't think Jaden Daniels is playing. I think he's hurt. He might be out this game.
Yeah, that's true. Omar?
If he's out, then yes, it's going to be an easy win for the Chiefs.
I think even if Jaden Daniels is there,
if Jaden Daniels is in,
I wouldn't say
it's going to be a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a lot closer. Jaden Daniels gives them a 100% chance closer to winning.
Yeah, it may not be that close, but
it gives them a way, 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 way better chance of winning. And if he's not there, then yes, the Chiefs are definitely going to win this game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, we cannot predict a score because we don't know who's playing as a quarterback for the Commanders.
Right.
So, I'll say it this way: if Jaden Daniels plays, 21-28 Chiefs.
Yeah.
Close, but still, Jaden Daniels coming off of an injury. Maybe he's not that great. So, and they are still missing some key pieces to their offense.
They're still missing
McLaurin. He might be coming back this week, but still, even that. No Austin Eckler. He's gone, I think, for the year. So
he's gone for the year. But honestly, that rookie,
pretty sure the year. So.
That rookie running back is. I mean, he didn't do good last week, but he's been doing pretty good. He did good against the Raiders. He did good against the Chargers. So like they definitely have a running back. Eckler is definitely their veteran, but yeah, I just don't see them really winning this game, especially if Dayton Daniels doesn't play. So I'm just gonna go. I thought I gave my prediction.
You did.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
I was like, wait, I
I
could
mean, Edgar, Alex,
I already said the
you
Chiefs.
said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think we all got the Chiefs,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So, anything else to add for this week? Okay.
everybody else lose except for the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. 108 days until Bo Nix wins his first Super Bowl. Cheers. We'll see you
I
guys
can't
next
even
week.
say.
Cheers.
Good.